Our question is why Iris from Companion looks so familiar. Audiences will soon be wired into the brand new horror film Companion by director Drew Hancock. The film follows a young couple whose weekend turns south when they get caught. The film follows a young couple whose weekend turns south when they get caught up in a murder. Josh thinks things are on lockdown until his girlfriend Iris begins spiraling out of control. The chaos forces the rest of the group to choose the best course of action in how to deal with Iris, involving as little bloodshed as impossible, but they fail miserably. To go into further detail might spoil what the trailers for this clever title little film have already revealed. Thankfully, it does not stop the movie from being a grand old time and what film Chris Evangelista deemed the first great film of 2025. Most of the credit goes to its lead, Sophie Thatcher, who perfectly sells Companion's biggest trick, which would be a tough task for other actors. Thankfully, Thatcher has enough work under her belt in very dark and horrifying territory in both film and television to do so, which is probably why she looks so familiar to audiences scratching their heads and trying to figure out who and where they have seen her before. Sophie Thatcher took a turn as Regan McNeil in the Exhausted television show. She may only make two brief appearances in the show, but Sophie Thatcher nailed being the traumatized victim of demonic possession Regan McNeil in the Exhausted television series released in 2016. Adding another chapter to the Exhausted, the show saw a brand new family experience some devilish activity when an evil entity infects their home, forcing the mother Angela Rance to seek assistance from other pair of brave priests who are not afraid of getting covered in peace of. The awesome game changer here is that it has eventually revealed Angela Rance is Regan McNeil, who has since changed her name following her horrific ordeal. Thatcher plays Regan in flashbacks, with one great moment seeing Regan appearing on a talk show with her mother, Chris McNeil, promoting a book about her possession experience. The young star in the making does an excellent job selling just how mortified Regan still is following her dance with the demon possessor. Brief as it is an interesting early appearance in a genre that Thatcher would encounter regularly in the years that followed. After its second season, The Exorcist was canned by Fox in 2016. The Exorcist was canned by Fox in 2017, regardless of its commendable efforts to improve television horror for the better. Even so, it is still a fun watch and a fitting stepping stone for Thatcher. Well, it is a big story, but I will try to wind it up and make it shorter. So, Sophie Thatcher was forced to face the darker side of Hugh Grant, which audiences may not have known existed when she appeared in Scott Beck and Brian Wood's movie Heretic. Released in 2024, she joined Chloe East as two young missionaries who knocked on the wrong door and found Grant's Mr. Reed on the other side. From here, a question of faith comes into play, leading to yet another exceptional turn from Thatcher. The pressure was already on, given that the youngster was one of the only three main cast members in the film, amplified by the inclusion of Grant. In an interview with The Independent, she expressed the struggle to share the screen with the legend she'd been watching most of her life. He always intimidated me, so I was a little nervous when I heard it was going to be him in the film. I grew up very much idolizing him and thinking he was just some British man. Thankfully, it did not take long for her to acclimate to Grant. I love that he is a very honest person and you get that right away when you meet him. There is no sugar for I feel like that is rare of kind of people. I really appreciate that it is one of the tightest, most enjoyable bits of what to read. She might be caught in the receiving end of a scene still on ground, but without the collective fear built from her second ease, there would be no sense to steal away. If you like the video, like it and share.